Test. Test. Justin shows up, that'd be great. Okay, let's call our February planning board meeting to order. We put out proper notice for the meeting, sir. And so we had roll call, we have a quorum. Everybody got a copy of the last minutes. That was in November. Did everyone get a chance to review those? Any comments, corrections? A motion?
I make a motion, we approve the November minutes. I'll second.
Motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
I
Okay, first item on the agenda. What we got here, Sarah?
Consider and discuss approval for a conceptual tire and automotive shop to be located on the corner of Independence Drive and Happy Road. Property ID 65209, located in the Laurel Acres subdivision.
Okay. You want to speak? That's what you're doing.
What we're doing, we have two shops in Victoria that we do right now. We're recently purchasing Bruce's Automotive also here in Port Lavaca. We're purchasing this land, 2 acres for future growth. So we can have another shop in the future in 2 or 3 years. But I just want to get approval to build the concept plan I kind of laid out for you. It may change a little bit, but that's pretty much the concept we're gonna go with. And I just want to make sure it be approved to build. That way we can progress with buying the land.
Okay, so you haven't purchased the land yet?
No.
Okay. How does this fall into our I want to call it zoning?
This
That's what I wanted to call it, yeah.
map has it designated as low density.
Density residential?
Yes, so what you can see here is this yellow is low density residential here. And this over here, the blue is public space and red is commercial. And this brownish color is multi-family.
Well, I have a question. The corner that they're looking at, isn't that the same corner as the daycare?
So you can see there's 2 lots there. This first lot here, this is the gingerbread daycare. They're looking to purchase this lot here. So that's Laurel Acres, which would be the lots.
They'd basically be next door to each other?
Yes, they would be next to each other.
Yes, my only concern with all the little kids there.
I'm sure it would be, it would fix it all.
Have to have some type of fencing for
I
still.
mean, unless the kids want to work and, I mean, look,
They may be just a little bit too young.
A little bit too young.
I mean, we can make a mountain out of tires and let them climb and.
Oh, yeah. They may like, yeah, for sure. So low residential is what you said? So can we have a commercial in that area?
If you so approve it.
Okay.
Yes.
We do not have zoning, this is just the land use guide right now.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, a lot of development on Independence is not following the land use plan
Yeah.
as it is.
And then this purple right here is actually light industrial that you see here.
Right.
Yeah,
So there's a mesh there of all different.
and you realize that's right across the street from a garage that works on cars. Are you guys just doing tires or are you working on cars too? So it'd be competitors.
This is good.
Yeah. competition's good.
Competition's gonna keep people honest.
That's right. You know, look at McDonald's and Burger King. They're normally right across the street from each other.
Yeah,
So if the zoning issue is not settled, sort of,
then you.
and then we
would
do,
buy land.
and then we do have industrial there, and then we got multifamily down the road.
So the future land use map is not zoning. So, what the ordinance states is that any commercial development has to come before the planning board. So if you do approve it for his automotive shop, then that can't go there, no matter
Oh.
what is.
So if we approve it, then it pretty much locks that area into commercial, residential make.
For an automotive,
Yeah, for us, the land use.
Yes.
Yeah, for automotive.
yes.
Yeah, I mean, you're not like washing cars or
No.
anything.
Just a tire dealership
Well, tires.
or auto repair.
But but it's kind of an upscale.
Right.
Yes, we don't have junk cars everywhere,
Right.
or
They don't, they get rid of their tires on a weekly or bi-weekly basis.
Yes.
This is 3 years down the road, you said?
Maybe a couple of years down the road, yes, sir. We want to get our presence here known first and see how that goes and then expand to that other area so we can have 2 locations there.
So where's the other location? you're talking
Where
about?
Bruce's
Just
Auto.
Curiosity.
Bruce's
Auto, right
Corner
there,
is-
on the corner of.
Seadrift and
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what
to
you.
the
or
238.
Bruce, Singletary.
And you're there now?
We should be closing on that property.
Okay, coming soon.
Yes.
Okay.
So, and then of course, we're gonna do some additions to that as allowed.
Right next to the new Dollar General.
Area,
Got you.
2 more bays and we gotta do a little renovations for it.
Right, right. Much needed. We need some more of those type of business.
Just know the easiest way to get into a town is get a pre-existing shop, so that's kind of what I did,
Right.
so,
And you're coming out of Victoria, you said?
yes.
Okay.
3 locations there in Victoria. So this is kind of like the concept, this is the shop we have on Crestwood presently. This is exactly identical to it. This is similar to what we're gonna do here. And then, we have a small tire area, it's only 10 feet high, probably 30 feet, so we just keep the fast movers in stock and then restock the next day. And we let them build up, if they do 100 tires in a week, if it's a good week, then I have a big trailer that runs around and picks up the tires and take them to our main location. And empties them into a trailer there, so. And that's what we put this on the route to.
I did go by your place on Crestwood this weekend, so I did. And you do keep it clean, so that's a good point.
Except the construction's kind of hurting us, but it's progress.
Whatever or, the state highway and Independence, there might be more of a concern was in the middle of Independence, but it's right there.
Like it's on the corner.
Convenient location, yeah.
Firestone run for their money.
Oh, yeah. Any more discussion?
I just want to know, where are your other 2 locations in Victoria?
We have the one on Crestwood, we have one on Laurent, which is catty corner from the Firestone.
Yeah.
Airline in Laurent, and then we have one on Highway 59, which used to be the old Strew Hall building. So we took that one over.
I think the site's big enough, there'd be plenty of room for parking and stuff to where you don't have to say that having vehicles on top of one another.
Okay, any more discussion? A motion?
I don't have any question. I'll make a motion that we approve the future land use, or what am I?
It's a concept.
It's concept planning for the tire shop on the corner of Independence and Athlete.
A second.
Now, motion and second to accept the concept plan as written. Any more discussion? All in favor? Opposed? Okay, look forward to seeing you do business here.
Thank you, I appreciate those time.
Thank you.
Sarah, what's next?
Next is consider and discuss approval for a variance to the ordinance, section 1224, building setbacks for property ID 90097, location of Bright Fisher Street subdivision. So the applicant is requesting a variance to the platted 50-foot front setback.
Okay,
And Mr. Leal is here.
We show the proposed plan.
So
John, you want to tell us a little bit about what's going on here?
Sure, I just didn't know how to, address y'all, if it's Mr. President or, gentlemen, lovely ladies, or.
That's fine, that's fine.
My name is Johnny, me and my wife are, planning on building a house, we're just about done with our blueprints. And we're on, Redfish Retreat way back on Evening Point, nobody has built there yet. In Evening Point, there's not as much room as the rest of Redfish Retreat, where there's plenty of room, with 50 feet of it in the front. So in our lot, there's a ridge line, which you can see towards the sky right there. That's the ridge line where it drops off about 10 feet and goes back into the bay. So that lot actually goes into the bay. None of that is buildable back there once the ridge line is there. So we're asking for a variance for a little bit room in the front. And I've already sent this information to the HOA, and they said next week they'll have some kind of information for me. I've talked to Danny Smith also, and he said that that really I might not need very much. Maybe 10 feet, 5 feet. He said, well, he was real nice working with me, and so we'll do whatever we have to do to get it so we can stay back, because we do need to also have room for the grinder pump and the electricity also there in the front. So I did ask for, I said 25 in the thing, but I probably won't need that much. I'm probably gonna need 10.
And you did say that we have a homeowners association.
Yes. Committee that has to prove that.
Has to approve it.
I talked to them too, and it was like, because I was saying it'd be easier if they'd already made their recommendation. I think they didn't want to make their recommendation, they were made their recommendation.
Yeah.
I said, well, so.
And then what I told him that, what I said was, look, I don't mind paying the money to do here at Fort Lavaca, and let's go ahead and make a decision here. And then, I mean, $125, it's not that big of a deal. So.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so I don't know, planning board wanted to, but it's, maybe make an approval up to whatever is approved by the.
Well, I think my recommendation would be is that we would agree to whatever the homeowners association would agree to,
Up to the maximum. I
up
guess.
up to the maximum.
Sure, yeah.
And then, like I said, I'm probably not gonna need maybe 10 feet.
And if we do it for that lot, shouldn't we, will they need it for the
They're
other
all-
lots that are exactly the same?
That whole, on Evening Point, every single one of them is gonna, if you ever drive back there, you stay to the left on the gravel road, go all the way to the bay,
Mhm.
that whole thing is real narrow. And they all have ridge lines, so they're all gonna need it. I'm just the first one, but we plan on building it.
So they may need to revise the bill line for all the homes.
Yeah, they need
But
to come back.
but that goes back to the homeowners association, that
50-foot setback is, that doesn't include the utility easement, right?
Well,
Any part of it?
that.
Okay.
So you can see here's the 50-foot build line here.
is 50 foot's off the center of the road, right? Or is it from the property line? Property line? So yeah, you got your utility easement in there.
You can't encroach, we're not talking about encroaching into the utility easements.
Oh,
We would be, just.
Building setback.
That can't happen there, so.
No.
So he could move back, 10 to 15 foot and still be okay. But I really think that's a homeowners association decision, because it could affect all your lots along that strip there.
on Evening Point.
Yeah.
On that road, Evening Point.
It may be something that
And
you need to go back to their design or the architect to.
and it's something that I wanted to bring to the city before, cause I know you only meet once a month.
Right.
You don't lose another month.
Right.
So I said, let me go ahead and bring this to your attention now, and then whatever you decide, and the home association make a decision and.
Right, so the 35 feet would, I think 35 feet would be the most that you guys could even consider.
I was gonna ask you that.
It's gotta be at least 5 feet from the utility easement, and we don't wanna encroach in that.
Right now, that's, 35 foot would be the closest.
And in lieu
At
of
least.
50, so
least that you can move.
I'm good with that. I'm
So
very,
so that's a 15-foot variance instead of 5 foot.
Right, so,
and like I told the home association too, the blueprints that me and my wife picked, we actually adjusted them to fit on that lot.
mhm.
We changed it up, so, if we, we're working with them, they still will work with us.
Do they?
What about the bluff line in the back? Is that a no-build zone on the bluff line too, or can it be backfilled and built there?
He told me, that he could backfill it a little bit. It's a slow bit, but he said it did erosion over time, so that's a concern, you know, spend.
You'd have to put some piers in,
House and
shear piling. So that you can make sure.
when I had talked to, they told me once somebody builds out there,
But the road comes first.
yeah.
And it's building permit.
There's actually a house, they're breaking ground. I just drove out there on the Caliche Road on the left, so.
What?
Somebody's breaking ground out there. Lot, maybe one. Lot, maybe 113, 112. I just drove out there. They got it marked off and trucks out there. I don't know who's doing that. I just drove out there.
So, so I would recommend that the board, agree with whatever the homeowners association agreed to with a minimum of 35 foot. Is that correct, Jody?
Yeah, that it would be no less than 35 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be the best that I could do because, you know, he's gonna have neighbors. He's gonna have to, his neighbors are gonna have to agree to what he's wanting to do.
Yeah.
And if everybody's in agreement with his homeowners association, then we
That makes
should, we
sense
should
to
be
me.
in agreement with that too.
Makes sense.
I agree.
All right, so I kind of rewrote that proposal there a little bit. So let's read back what we agreed to here.
Yes.
On what we're,
So the recommendation was to agree whatever the HOA allowed with a minimum of a 35-foot setback.
all right, so we got a motion,
I'll make a motion.
we got a second.
I'll second it.
Any more discussion? Betty's gonna sit out on this vote.
Okay.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Okay, John, find out what your homeowner association do and good luck.
Time, Jody.
Okay, any comments from the public? Any comments from the board?
I don't think I've ever been out there.
I know.
Not that far.
I don't know.
I went out there when they first cut the roads in. I went out there about 2 months ago and it's changed quite a bit.
Where is this?
Is that, is it out?
It's on the loop.
Yeah.
South of the Marine.
If you take Alcoa Road, straight on, is that what it is? Does it have a name? I don't know what that name is. 1090? Yeah, you just take this road and loop all the way around, you'll go right by.
Alcoa Road, isn't it? Straight out.
Yeah.
No, there's no electricity.
Really?
We have water and sewer, but there's no electricity. Like,
That far out in this.
It's part of phase 3, which we never finished. This. That's what you guys want.
It's a nice development.
They've got all underground.
Now back the other way,
No,
back this way.
South Virginia.
So you go,
South Virginia.
so you take
Yeah.
Virginia out of town and it makes a big loop around town, coming back in.
Because I live on Guadalupe, so I'm trying to. I used to write.
Straight out Alcoa Drive.
I think it's the loop I'm
And
thinking.
then
of.
it comes back around and ties back in on Alcoa.
Yeah, it's a nice place out there.
Yeah.
And they don't have no electricity out there?
Not in this phase where he's.
Oh, I was gonna say, cause I was looking at a house out there.
It's
all underground.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
Yeah, phase 1 and most of phase 2.
Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
All in favor?
Bye.
Okay. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
That was fun.